It was a world where the boundaries between good and evil, justice and mercy, were as thin as a strand of silk. Welcome to Les Misérables, Victor Hugo's epic of downfall and redemption. The story began with the clinking of chains. Jean Valjean, prisoner number 24601, was released after 19 years of hard labor. His crime: stealing a loaf of bread to save his starving nephew. 19 years had turned a desperate man into a wild beast, his heart filled with resentment. The yellow passport of an ex-convict slammed every door in his face. Society had rejected him, and he was ready to return the favor with brutality. On a cold winter's night, desperate and shunned, he knocked on the door of Bishop Myriel. The bishop offered him not only a warm meal and a comfortable bed, but also addressed him as Sir. Yet the kindness couldn't extinguish his beastly nature. During the night, Valjean stole the church's valuable silverware and fled, only to be caught again shortly. When the police dragged him back, Valjean anticipated punishment. However, Bishop Myriel said instead, "I am delighted to see you again. But why did you not take the candlesticks along with the silverware? I gave them to you as well." This extraordinary act achieved what 19 years of penance could not. It shattered Valjean. He collapsed. The bishop had bought his soul back from the devil, and in return, Valjean vowed to dedicate his life to becoming a virtuous man. Years passed. Valjean erased his past, becoming Monsieur Madeleine, a wealthy industrialist, a respected mayor, and a benefactor of an entire town. But the past cast a long shadow. That shadow bore the name Javert. Javert was the embodiment of law. To him, the world was strictly black and white. No forgiveness, only punishment. He believed once a thief, always a thief. Javert suspected Mayor Madeleine, believing no one could change their nature. He embarked on an unyielding pursuit, a confrontation between rigid law and a redeemed conscience. At the same time, Fantine, a worker in Valjean's factory, fell into tragedy. Wrongfully dismissed, she was forced to sell her hair, her teeth, and ultimately her body to send money to the cruel Thénardier, who were mistreating her little daughter, Cosette. When Valjean realized his failure, it was too late. He found Fantine dying in a hospital. Before she passed, he pledged to rescue Cosette. But just then, Javert cornered him. An innocent man named Champmathieu had been arrested and mistaken for Jean Valjean. Valjean faced a heart-wrenching choice: remain silent, let the innocent man face a life sentence and continue his righteous life, or confess, save the man, but break his promise to Fantine. He chose the path of conscience. He revealed his identity in court, saving Champmathieu, then escaped Javert's clutches to fulfill his final promise. He found Cosette, frail and impoverished, treated as a slave by the Thénardier. He purchased the child, taking her to Paris, where the elderly man and young girl began life on the run. They found sanctuary in a secluded convent, living in peace for many years. Cosette grew into a beautiful young woman, but fate would not leave them in peace. One day in the Luxembourg Gardens, Cosette met Marius Pontmercy, a young aristocratic student with revolutionary ideals. They fell in love at first sight. Paris was simmering. Marius's friends, the radical Friends of the ABC, planned an uprising, dreaming of a free and fair France. Then, all fates converged at one point: the barricades of June 1832. Marius fought for his ideals. Éponine, Thénardier's daughter, who loved Marius unrequitedly, led him to the barricades and died in his arms, shielding him from a bullet. Valjean, knowing Cosette's beloved was in danger, also went to the barricades, not to fight, but to protect Marius. Here, Valjean encountered Javert again. The inspector had infiltrated the students as a spy and was captured. Valjean was tasked with executing Javert. He led Javert into an alley. Javert closed his eyes, expecting death. But instead of a bullet, he received a knife cutting his bonds. Valjean said, "You are free." This unimaginable forgiveness shattered Javert's worldview completely. The barricade fell. Marius was gravely injured. Valjean carried the unconscious young man on his shoulders, fleeing through the only escape route: Paris's foul, dark sewer system. When he is near collapse, he climbs to the surface, and the man waiting for him is Javert. Valjean does not resist. He asks for only one final favor: to take Marius home safely. Javert agrees. After delivering Marius, Javert tells Valjean to go. The inspector cannot arrest the man who saved his life, but he also cannot betray the law. Unable to find an escape from his internal conflict, Javert walks to the river Seine and throws himself in. Marius and Cosette recover and marry. Valjean, in a final act of honesty, confesses his criminal past to Marius. Marius, horrified and misunderstanding, slowly pushes Valjean out of their lives. Valjean, having lost Cosette, the only light of his life, slowly fades away in loneliness. Until one day, Thénardier, in an attempt to blackmail Marius, accidentally reveals the truth. It was Valjean who saved Marius at the barricade, and it was Valjean who spared Javert. Realizing the truth, Marius and Cosette rush to Valjean's poor room. They arrive just in time. Jean Valjean, who lived a life only to love and forgive, is reunited with his children. He gives them Bishop Myriel's silver candlesticks, the symbol of his redemption. He passes away in peace. A soul, once fallen, now ascends to heaven.